All right, some breaking news coming in at this moment. Sushma Swaraj has now taken to Twitter and she says, and I quote, "A senior Congress leader was pressing me hard to give diplomatic passport to coal stamp accused Santosh Bagrodia." She says, "I will disclose the name of the leader on the floor of the House." So she has tweeted what she's about to do today. Let's see if we have Brajesh Pandey at this moment. Brajesh, any idea? Any idea of who this person is?
Sanket, as of now, there is no clue as to who this senior Congress leader is. But the fact of the matter remains that this particular tweet of Sushma Swaraj has sent the whole Congress party in a tizzy and has raised the political temperature of Delhi. Because any name which she says, and if she does actually go ahead and take the name of that senior Congress leader, it will create a political flutter in the parliament, and this will also take Congress aback. So the fact of the matter is that the BJP is basically continuing with their offense is the best defense policy, and this particular tweet by Sushma Swaraj is being seen as this constant context.
Now, Brajesh, you know, it's not just who this person is, Congress leader is, which is the suspense in this tweet. The other suspense is, when was this pressure, alleged pressure, actually put on Sushma Swaraj? Obviously, if it is talking about her being pressed hard to give diplomatic passport, it's got to do with her tenure as Minister of External Affairs, which means post May 2014. But do we know when exactly did this incident happen? Because the reason why I'm asking you this question is because if it has happened recently, one can understand. If this has happened in the past, then it can perhaps be seen as the BJP taking out some arrow in their quiver just to put the Congress under pressure, some old incident to put the Congress under pressure.
Well, the fact of the matter is that given the fact that Santosh Bagrodia has become a coal accused in the last 1 year, it is very clear that it looks like that this particular incident must have happened in the current tenure of External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. And this has come as a shot in the arm for the beleaguered BJP, who was trying to win the battle of perception. Now, what the BJP thinks is that if she reveals the name of the senior Congress leader who pressed her hard for the diplomatic passport, it will take the fizzle out of the Congress opposition and will put Congress on the back foot. So this is the reason why this particular tweet has come out, and the BJP is saying that they will keep on brazening out all these accusations or protests of the opposition party.
Absolutely. So in effect, Brajesh, would you or would you not agree that the larger game plan here, as far as the BJP is concerned, is to embarrass the Congress party? That if you try to raise the issue of resignation of Sushma Swaraj, resignation of Vasundhara Raje, resignation of Shivraj Singh Chauhan, then look at this. We've also got something against you.
Well, not only this, but the fact of the matter is that, till now Sushma Swaraj has been saying that the reason why she facilitated the travel documents and other things for Lalit Modi is because his wife was suffering from cancer, and it was a humanitarian gesture. But what was likely to come out is whether this particular Congress leader pressed hard for this coal scam accused Santosh Bagrodia without any humanitarian gesture, or was it purely business.
So Brajesh, do stay on with us. We've got India Today's consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai also on the phone line. Rajdeep, do you think, what will be most crucial over here are two things. Number one, who is this Congress senior leader? And secondly, when was this, alleged pressurization actually took place?
That is one point, Sanket. The other point is that basically Sushma Swaraj seems to be making a very flawed argument here. Is she comparing a union minister who was in India, a former union minister based in India, asking for a diplomatic passport, with Lalit Modi, who is based in the UK, who has been against whom the Indian government allegedly wanted him to be deported back to India? Can she compare the two situations? Is she masking what many believe is an error of judgment by trying to somehow create an equivalence between the case of Lalit Modi and Santosh Bagrodia? Yes, it appears to be clearly part of a strategy to push the Congress on the defensive, to suggest that there are skeletons in the Congress's cupboard, as no doubt there are. I am sure there are many skeletons in the Congress cupboard. But is this the advisable strategy for a Minister for External Affairs to take at a time when there is a question mark over her own error of judgment? Is she willing to get into this tit-for-tat politics that is being spoken about now? So I think Sushma Swaraj is playing a very high-stakes politics by tweeting and making these comments, almost suggesting that if she is allowed to speak on Parliament, she will expose the Congress if they try and expose her. Is this a wise strategy? Will this push the Congress on the defensive, Sanket? Or will this actually get the Congress's backup? And will this ensure effectively that any hope of a compromise is also now will also now break down? So I think it's a high-risk strategy that she has taken, Sanket, by virtually suggesting that she will expose the Congress on the floor of the House.
What Rajdeep, according to you, is the likely reason why Sushma must have done this? Is this, number one, to absolve herself from all the charges as far as helping Lalit Modi is concerned, or perhaps to go for a tit-for-tat approach to weaken the defense of the Congress?
Well,
or both?
I think she has played what I would call almost a Mahendra Singh Dhoni-like strategy, which is attack is the best form of defense. You are in a position where you know that the opposition, particularly the Congress, is unyielding on your resignation. Therefore, you've decided that if they want to target me, for every time they attack me, we will counter-attack. So it is clearly part of a BJP strategy where the BJP has decided that they are not going to take a step back. If Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are today, as we are told, going to sit in front of the Gandhi statue in Parliament and protest, then the BJP is making it clear they are going to be equally aggressive. We've already seen, Sanket, indications that the BJP would like a discussion on the Louis Berger scam, which allegedly has broken out in Goa, where allegedly in 2010 a former Goa minister paid bribes, was paid bribes for a contract in Goa. So clearly the BJP also believes there are more than enough skeletons in the Congress cupboard which can expose the Congress. So if the Congress raises Vyapam, they will raise Berger. If the Congress raises Lalit Modi, then a Sushma Swaraj is threatening to raise the name of a Congress leader who allegedly sought a diplomatic passport for Santosh Bagrodia. I'm just wondering whether this is a wise strategy on part of the government, if the government really wants legislation to go through, or is the government simply putting out a warning signal and threatening the Congress in the hope that the Congress will eventually buckle down? So I think it's an interesting strategy that she has taken. I don't know whether this is her personal strategy, but clearly it has come with the go-ahead and the blessings of the Prime Minister. So it's an interesting strategy that Sushma Swaraj has taken. It clearly means that we are not going to see much work being done in Parliament over the next few days.
That's exactly my final question to you, Rajdeep, before we let you go. Is this, perhaps the sign of a no reconciliation between Treasury and opposition benches finally that we are seeing, almost confirming a monsoon washout?
Absolutely, I think so. But more than Treasury and opposition benches, it's between Congress and BJP. If you speak to Samajwadi Party leaders, you speak to Trinamool leaders, you even speak to NCP leaders, you speak to Biju Janata Dal leaders, they don't seem to be as inclined to have this high decibel confrontational posture, taking a maximalist position, saying Sushma Swaraj or Vasundhara or Shivraj Singh Chauhan must resign for Parliament to function. It is clearly a Congress strategy. The Congress has decided that this is their moment to awaken themselves from the stupor that they have been in since their election defeat in the general election last year. So the Congress is the one, Sanket, which has decided to take a maximalist position. And that is why I think we are going to see a bitter confrontation between these two parties, particularly in the Rajya Sabha.
Rajdeep, Mr. Tom Vadakkan is on the phone line. Would you want to ask a question to the Congress as far as their strategy on this name is concerned? Will they be unfazed?
I think, Sanket, a very simple question to Tom Vadakkan. Mr. Vadakkan, Sushma Swaraj is threatening to give the name of a Congress leader who allegedly pushed for a diplomatic passport for your former minister and coal scam accused Santosh Bagrodia. Does this frighten you? Does this intimidate you? Are you willing for Sushma Swaraj to be allowed to give that name on the floor of the House?
We have seen this kind of blackmails earlier. Would she tell us who prompted her, whether it was her husband or daughter who prompted her to give this visa to the fugitive? First, let her expose that. Then we are ready. We are willing for any exposure. We are not bothered. But tell her to come clean. She is a cabinet minister. She has gone against the code of conduct as a cabinet minister. She was silent till now. Now she finds an excuse of naming other people. She is welcome to do it. But let us also know.
Are you saying that Sushma Swaraj is engaging in political blackmail?
Absolutely. She's trying to arm twist us. We are not the worried lot. But let her tell us who prompted her to give the fugitive a visa. Was it her daughter or was the husband? That is what the nation wants to know.
But Mr. Varakan, is it not true that a section of the Congress, we are told, also would like a debate, discussion on the floor of the House on this issue? Let both sides raise their... is the Congress united on the issue? Is the opposition united? Because already parties like Hindu Janata Dal and Samajwadi Party are saying, allow Parliament to function. Why are you taking this maximalist position that they have to resign, that Sushma has to resign for Parliament to start functioning?
Congress is a democratic party. Individuals have an opinion. That's a different issue. But as a policy line, when we take a position, the party is entirely together. Now, as to the question, this is what Arun Jaitley said. An investigation is what is important than a discussion. We are quoting him. This is the devil himself. The scriptures are being quoted by...
It's tit for tat.
This is not tit for tat. We are teaching them the message that they preached. We are trying to practice what they preached. We are asking them to practice what they preach. This is not tit for tat. We are asking questions.
My limited and final point to you. Why don't you then expose Sushma Swaraj on the floor of Parliament? Doodh ka doodh and pani ka pani on the floor of Parliament. What is this protest outside Parliament and not allowing Parliament to function within? I come back to it. Is it simply tit for tat because you believe the NDA did this to you when you were in power? So you want to play them back in the same point. If they are practicing blackmail, you will be accused of practicing vendetta politics.
Can I ask you a counter question before I reply to that? Why doesn't the Prime Minister come out and speak? We like to hear him. Let him come on, talk about probity and in public life that he preached. Let him make a speech. Everybody will listen to it. Has there been any practice in the House that the Prime Minister's speech is disrupted? Let him come and speak.
Mr. Varakan, if Narendra Modi agrees to speak on this issue on the floor of Parliament, you are ready for the deadlock to be broken?
We will listen to the speech and react accordingly.
Okay, so Sanket, at least there is some sign that now the Congress, which was earlier saying resignation of Sushma Swaraj, is saying let the Prime Minister come and speak in Parliament. Maybe that's a shift in strategy, but clearly...
Has there been any tradition of a Prime Minister being disrupted? Have you ever any recorded history of this? No. Let him come and speak. Let him talk about the probity he practiced and what he wants to say to the nation. They're all wanting to hear all that. Never has there been a record of the Prime Minister's speech being disrupted.
Effectively, Sanket, the Congress, I think, has decided that they are going to keep the government on the defensive in this one session. They have found in Vyapam and in the Lalit Modi controversy an opportunity to embarrass the government. So I don't see, Sanket, despite what Sushma Swaraj has said, the Congress shifting its strategy, but it's also clear now that the BJP has decided aggression is the best form of defense.
Absolutely, Rajdeep. And 11 a.m. today in Parliament is going to be all the more interesting.